Hey guys, Silver here, and I'm gonna go unscripted today because I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's been going on with Sonic and what's been going on with me, as Sonic's 35th anniversary has just passed. It's passed for like a few weeks now, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think this anniversary sucks. And I say this as someone who's been loving the 2020s era of Sonic. I love Sonic Frontiers despite that game's issues. I love Sonic Superstars. It's one of my favorite classic Sonic games, and Sonic X Shadow Generations is straight up my favorite Sonic game of all time. And I also love Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It might be my favorite Sonic spin-off. And because of that, I'm just frustrated with the 35th anniversary because Sonic is bigger than ever now. There are more eyes on the series than ever before. Sega has more money than ever now when it comes to Sonic, and they're just not doing anything this year. The only thing that's substantial that we've been getting is Crossworlds DLC, and even then that's not really that substantial, but it's still something at least. I am happy about Arl being in the game. I'm happy about all of the Sega characters being in the game. And they did announce that Sonic Racing Crossworlds is getting year 2 of DLC, which actually is huge for that game. I'm really happy that we're getting more DLC coming into 2027. Evangelion's my favorite anime, so I'm really happy that we're actually getting a crossover between Sonic and Evangelion. Things are finally coming full circle with Puyo Puyo being referenced in Evangelion. And now we have a game where all 3 series are there. That's just a dream come true. But regardless, I don't think DLC for a spin-off kart racer is enough to celebrate a 35th anniversary. I am really happy about Axel and Amigo being in the game, especially Amigo, because you actually get to use his classic design as a skin. Really wish they did that for II. And Classic Sonic is awesome too, because believe it or not, I actually like it when Sonic characters are in the Sonic racing game. But as for other forms of content, we did also get the Chaotix Case Files, which is a really cool audio drama. It is kind of insane that the best animated Sonic series isn't even animated, but regardless, I really did like the voice acting and the writing in that series, and it was just awesome being able to see Gemworld and Infinite return. But when it comes to the important stuff, actual new game releases, we've gotten nothing. The only thing we've gotten is Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition, which is just a Switch 2 port, and on top of that, it's a pretty bad Switch 2 port. They did fix the pop-in a bit, but the game doesn't even run at 1080p 60, and on top of that, there are some instances where the game looks just as bad as the Switch 1 version, which is insane. Also, the game isn't even a Switch 2 edition, it's on a game key card, even though Crossworlds was able to release on Switch 2 fully on cartridge. Also, we have Sonic Pico Park, and literally who cares, it's just a collab with an already established indie game, and it just does not look interesting at all in my opinion, and this doesn't even count as a Sonic game, so I really don't care. Look, I get it, I don't want Sega to rush the next mainline Sonic game. I'm obviously not saying that. I just think it's ridiculous that they hyped up the 35th anniversary and we don't have any substantial reveals or announcements or a substantial game release that isn't the next mainline Sonic game. Why don't we have more ports and remasters? There are so many Sonic games that aren't playable on modern day platforms. Most Sonic fans nowadays are LARPers, and they're not even LARPers by choice because they can't even play these older games on newer systems. Why is there no collection of Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Heroes on modern day platforms? Why is there no Unleash remaster? Why is there no collection of the GBA and Rush games? Why is there no Sonic X Silver Lost World? Okay, I'm kidding about that one. But still though, it does not take that much effort to port a game. There's genuinely no excuse for this. Other companies have no problems doing multiple collections and multiple remasters for their legacy IPs that are far less popular and far less successful than Sonic. My only hope is that they do have multiple remasters and multiple games in the works, but they're just saving them for next year, which admittedly does make sense considering next year we're getting Sonic Movie 4. So it would be really cool if we at least get 2 games next year. One during the beginning of the year to tie into Sonic Movie 4, and the second one towards the end of next year being the next big mainline Sonic game. As for what I want the movie game tie-in to be, I'm not too sure to be honest. I'd be down for a Sonic Heroes remaster since Metal Sonic is the main villain of that game. I also think it'd be kind of cool if they remade Sonic CD and maybe turned it into a 3D platformer that's of the same style as Sonic Jam and Sonic R. I think it'd be such a waste if we don't get some sort of game release to coincide with Sonic Movie 4, especially after how successful Sonic X Shadow Generations releasing around Sonic Movie 3 was. But on to a more positive note, Anime Expo happened recently, and I was actually fortunate enough to to attend Anime Expo, and it was a really cool experience. I was able to get tons of cool Sonic merch. I got this exclusive Sonic 35th anniversary poster. I got this goated Sonic X Evangelion Crossworlds poster. I also met some pretty cool Sonic cosplayers. Here's a picture of me with the Silver cosplayer. And I also got these really cool Silver and Blaze Joy-Cons, which I'm really excited to assemble. But the big thing about Anime Expo is that I was actually able to attend the Sonic animation panel hosted by Aaron Weber, which was really cool actually seeing him in person. And it was also awesome seeing Takashi Iizuka in person again. If you didn't know, I actually got to meet him last year during the Sega pop-up shop in Little Tokyo. Funny enough, in the panel, they actually played Evangelion music, like from the 4th Rebuild movie before the event started, which was really cool. I actually took a video of that. I'll show it right here. Bro, they're playing the Evangelion song. Let's go. That's kind of cool. They're playing the song. I don't know if you can hear it. They're playing the ending song of Ava 4.0. But anyways, it was a really fun panel, and in the end, they announced a brand new animated short centered around Metal Sonic. And it was just a really cool experience to see a Sonic announcement live in the audience. But as for the animation itself, it looked great, the action was really cool, and Metal Sonic is awesome in it. I'm really happy that they're making Metal Sonic more menacing and powerful, and it's just great to see him in the spotlight again. Also, I really hope that we see Silver and Blaze later in this animation. But yeah, that Metal Sonic animation, as well as the potential Crossworlds DLC, is probably the best stuff we've gotten from this anniversary. And I guess those things are cool, but they're just still not substantial enough for me to call this anniversary good. I will say though that if they decide to give us a trailer for the 4th Sonic movie and a trailer for the next mainline Sonic game during this year's Game Awards, then I will actually concede and say that this anniversary is good, and that it's at least better than the 30th and 25th anniversary. The 15th anniversary is still goated though. All you guys can argue with the wall. In conclusion, I'm not a huge fan of the 35th anniversary, but I'm still hopeful for next year being great for Sonic. And I also am looking forward to that upcoming Metal Sonic animation. Special thanks to Chaotic Silver YT for helping me record a gameplay footage. He makes really cool videos on Sonic Speed Simulator and Sonic Rumble, so definitely check him out. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you think of Sonic's 35th anniversary.